In this video, I am going to talk about what is hydrodynamics and what is fluid dynamics, what is the difference between hydrodynamics and fluid dynamics, what are the different types of liquid flow such as steady flow, laminar flow, turbulent flow, and the distinction between streamline flow and turbulent flow. So this much I am going to talk in this video. Basically, in our houses, water flows through the pipes. Earlier we used to water flows through the metallic pipes. Nowadays we use the plastic pipes through which the water is circulated from one point to another point. It is a pipe. From pipe, the water is flowing. Water is flowing from one end to another end. So water means what? Hydro. Technically water is called hydro. And motion is nothing but called dynamics. Wherever there is a motion, we call it as a dynamics. So water under motion, this type of study can be called as a hydrodynamics. Example, water is flowing through the tap, water is flowing through the pipe, water is flowing through river, water is falling on turbine, and turbine is rotating, producing electricity. Turbine blades actually they are. And so wherever the water is involved and water is flowing from one place to another place, then we call it as a hydrodynamic, that study. Wherever the water is flowing and through the pipe, through the tap, through river, through the canal, wherever the water is flowing, and you are studying about the speed of the water, pressure of the water, impact of the water, everything you are studying about the motion of the water, then that study comes under hydrodynamics. But we always not study only water, but we study liquids. Like we study petrol flows through the pipe. We study chemicals in liquid form. We use them in factories. They flow from one point to another point. So, and gases, they flow through the pipes. So study of liquids other than water, that study comes under fluid dynamics. Called as a fluid dynamics. In fluid dynamics, everything will come. Even water will come. So fluid dynamics is nothing but study of liquids under motion. It can be any liquid, it can be even water, it can be oil, it can be petrol, it can be anything. So fluid dynamics, we study liquid under motion. The pressure developed due to the liquids, pressure, force, impact, how they are flowing, how to increase the pressure, how to decrease the pressure of liquids flowing through the pipe, all these will come under the fluid dynamics. So we can say hydrodynamics is a branch of fluid dynamics. Hydrodynamics comes under fluid dynamics. In hydrodynamics, we only study about water, but in fluid dynamics, we study everything, including water. Now, liquid flow. We can talk under three categories, three types. First type is a steady flow. Second one, laminar flow. And third one, turbulent flow. So we classify liquid flow under three categories: steady flow, laminar flow, and turbulent flow. What is steady flow? When the liquid is flowing through the pipe, and when it is flowing through the pipe, if pressure and velocity of the liquid is constant over the time, it is a constant for a given period of time, it is not changing, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. What? Pressure and velocity of the liquid neither increasing nor decreasing, it is remaining constant, then we call it as a steady flow. Now second type is a laminar flow. Before understanding what is a laminar flow, suppose this is a river. In this river, the water is there. From this is the bottom of the river and this is the top layer of the river. So there is a water from here to here, from bottom to top layer. So the water is not flowing as a one piece. You see, the bus goes from one point to another. Whenever you have the bus, you're traveling in the bus or car, so it moves one piece from one point to another point. But when the water is flowing through the river, it is not flowing one piece. There are the layer. This is the bottom layer, then another layer, and one more layer. Like this, so many layers are there. When the water is flowing in the river, there are so many layers, and one layer is above the another layer. So there can be the thousands of layers. So these are the different layers of the water, and all the layers are flowing. All the layers, or few layers, are moving from one point to another point. If they are moving such that the one layer is moving over the another, such that they are moving without disturbing each other, they are smoothly moving, they are steadily moving from one point to another point without disturbing each other. So when the water or a liquid is flowing such that one layer is moving over the another layer without disturbing each other, then the flow of the fluid is nothing but called as a laminar flow. Laminar flow also called as a streamline flow. Now the third type is nothing but called as a turbulent flow. Just now I told you that the water is not one piece, it is a combination of one layer over the another layer, like the river water, where one layer is over the another layer. Like this, there are the large number of layers. And when the water is flowing, if these layers are flowing such that they are disturbing each other, and so there is a total disturbance while the liquid is flowing from one point to another point. It is a disturbed motion. It is a disturbed motion of liquid. It is a flooded flow. Then such type of motion of the liquid, nothing but called as a turbulent flow. Thus, in steady flow, pressure and velocity of the liquid is constant over a given period of time, and in case of the laminar flow, one layer moves over the another layer without disturbing each other, and in case of the turbulent flow, it is a totally disturbed motion of the liquid. Thus, the liquid flow classified under three categories: steady flow, laminar flow, and turbulent flow. Now, let us talk about what is exact difference between streamline flow and turbulent flow. In streamline flow, velocity of fluid always constant. It is not changing. Over the time it remains the constant. But in case of turbulent flow, the velocity is not constant. It changes from one point to another point. As it flows from one point to another point, velocity may change, as well as from one time to another time. After some time, you will find another velocity. So that is a turbulent flow. So in turbulent flow, velocity not constant. It changes from point to point and from time to time. This is the first distinction between streamline flow and turbulent flow. Now, second one. In case of the streamline flow, velocity of the fluid smaller than critical velocity. There is some velocity called as a critical velocity. So in streamline flow, velocity of the fluid smaller than critical velocity. Whereas in case of turbulent flow, the velocity of the fluid is more than critical velocity. So this is the second difference. Now the third one, in streamline flow, the fluid moves uniform direction. There is a single direction. Whereas in turbulent flow, liquid moves random direction. There is no fixed direction. Whereas in case of the streamline flow, there is a fixed direction, uniform direction. But in case of turbulent flow, liquid moves in random direction. And the last one, the layer of the liquid never intersect in case of streamline flow. But in case of the turbulent flow, all layers are disturbed, they intersect each other, and sometimes the motion, the flow of liquid can be rotational as well as. So these are the few distinctions between streamline flow and turbulent flow.